Hello and good morning, and welcome to Back Into Fishing. Well, it's Monday again, so this must be the Soccerplex, and it is. Now, today I'm going to definitely change things up a little bit from normal. Let me show you what I'm going to do. One of the other things I'm going to do today is fish the small Rapala minnow. One of my subscribers has been catching fish here on it lately, suggested I try it, and I'm going to give that a try. Now, if you're a regular viewer of my channel, you're probably familiar with another channel called Kicking Their Bass TV. Great channel, check it out, subscribe. He definitely has been catching some fish lately. He made a video recently with some baits he got on a website called Wish, and turn this here so you can see it. I have purchased one of the similar baits to what he was using, and I'm also going to throw that today. And third bait I'm going to try fishing today is either going to be a chatterbait or spinnerbait. It's a 3/8 ounce chatterbait. I got some 1/8 ounce spinnerbaits, so I have a feeling with the water level being down, even if I work this fast, it's going to be going too deep. So we'll switch over to the spinnerbait, and hopefully we'll get some action with that. But those are the only three baits I'm going to fish today. I might start out a little bit with a wacky worm at first, just to get my arm into shape for the all-day casting. But we'll get down here to the dock here shortly and see what we can come up with. I've actually decided to start off with this Rapala minnow, but I did find out this is not a floating model, but a sinking model. I just have to keep my rod tip up and work it that way. And I'm going to try a couple of different retrieves with this. I'm going to try it almost as if it were like a jerk bait and a steady retrieve, cast it around a while, see if there's any interest in it. First cast comes back filled with weeds. Not a good sign. Well, I abandoned the minnow, at least in this spot for now. I made probably less than a dozen casts in this area, and every single cast came back filled with weeds. There was no retrieve at all I could use that would keep it out of the weeds, so I decided to just set that aside for now. Maybe try the chatterbait or the small Beetlespin I got and see if I can keep that out of the weeds. But there's a fish. Covered with weeds. It's another small one. Alright, I was going to allow myself one fish on the drop shot, or not on the drop shot, on the Wacky rig before I switched over to the drop shot. I'm going to tie another line and a weight on here, get out another worm, and switch on over. Sorry I didn't have the camera on for this. I was literally going to walk away. Don't swim under the dock. Don't swim under the dock. And line, please don't break. Alright. Hook just inside the mouth. That's great. Oh, geez. Pliers are almost rusted shut. Have to work on that. See what we got here. Beautiful bass. I made a liar out of myself. I was still fishing the wacky worm, and I literally, though, however, was just about to leave. It's like every cast is coming back with weeds in it, no matter what bait I'm fishing. Okay, we have 40.8 ounces. 2 pounds, 8.8 ounces. Another quick look here, let him go. All right. Thank you for visiting my channel. Hope to see you again next year. This next spot here I'm trying with a drop shot is not that far from the fountain, but it's clearly evident to me that this water, even though it's only this far away, is deeper. Another thing you can see here is since the last time I was here, the water level has definitely dropped even more. Now that said, I think I might try that chatterbait in here again. A little deeper water, maybe I won't get hung up in the weeds so much. One of the advantages to the water being down this low is right now I can cast probably 2/3 of the way across to the other side. Normally I would be standing 10 feet further back. Yeah, I definitely think I'm going to put the chatterbait back on. Well, as much fun as this has been trying to cast to the other side of the lake, I've probably been doing this for half an hour. I've only covered maybe 30-40 feet of shoreline here, and I have not had a single bite. Well, I think maybe one more cast and we can throw another bait and move to a totally different spot. Well, a bit disappointing. Now I've tried the other baits. Tried the minnow, tried the chatterbait. Every single cast came back filled with weeds. So I took the chatterbait off, put on my little homemade Beetlespin. Same thing. I made about 8 or 9 casts. All but one came back with weeds. So enough time in this area. I'm going to move on. Now the second fountain, which has produced fish in the past, is probably another 30-40 feet walk down the lake shore here. I'll try that next. No, I don't know if that's something or not. It just stopped dead like it's hung on the bottom. Every now and then I'll feel like a little pull on it, and then it's gone. I really think it's in the weeds, but guess we'll see here in a minute. Oh, I'm hung up. And I'll bet you I know what I'm hung up on. I'm not sure you can see it or not, but I'll show you the drop shot that I'm using. I have a hook, I think it's called the Sure Spin. I don't remember who makes it. I don't have it quite rig right quite yet there, but I'll fix that in a second. I have about a 1.5 feet because the weeds are so bad in here. And I'm just going to tie it to a regular 1/8 ounce worm weight because that's all I got with me. The worms, again, I don't know. I've had these for several years. Almost look like a purple with a red flake in them. For about 7-inch worm, I cut about 1 inch off the front, and otherwise I'm just nose hooking it and fishing it that way. Typical drop shot. So I'm not sure you can see it or not, but that's what it looks like. It doesn't cast as far as the Wacky worm, and I'd rather be fishing it on a spinning outfit than this. I think it would cast further, but that's the rig we got, and I'm just pulling it across the bottom, working about 2 feet, stop, pick up the slack, work it again. Well, I was just saying when my camera locked up, I just broke off drop shot number 2. And I think I broke it off on the same snag I broke off the first one. I'm not sure what I have I can tie on here instead. Maybe a worm hook and fish a weightless Texas rig for a while. But maybe I can rig something up drop shot yet. I'll have to take a look, see what I got. I did decide to go with the weightless Texas rigged worm. I'm sure I could have come up with something for another drop shot, but hey, I gave it a chance. No bites on it. Still haven't had another bite on any bait. Not a good day to be a bait, if you're mine anyway. I've already lost a wacky worm first thing this morning on about the second or third cast. I just lost a Beetlespin about 5 minutes ago. Whatever it hit, as soon as it hit the water, it got hung up on. And 2 drop shots. Not a good day to be a bait. Still no bites since that fish this morning on the wacky rig that I said I wasn't going to fish. And that was probably more than an hour and a half ago. I just changed up worm brands and worm colors. Put something with a little blue tin on. See if that makes a difference. Oh, there's a bite. First fish in a long time. Hey, I tell you what, I'll take him. Had to drag him across the mud to get him in here. Yeah, I was moving from this spot anyway. Came on that weightless Texas rig, Yum Dinger, June bug, 4-aught hook. And he had that hook way down his mouth for his size. I mean, it popped right out, but still, I was surprised he had it that deep. As you can see, I'm on the other side of the dock in the fountain here. And when I first got here this morning, this whole pocketed area here was just filled with weeds. And I don't feel much of a breeze blowing, but something's blowing it out of here. Well enough anyway that I can fish it. Something biting at it. I know a small one. Yeah, 5-inch, same size as the bait. But it's another one on the weightless Texas rig. Something's down there playing with my worm. I have a feeling it was another small one. It's acting very strange. Went strand or weightless Texas rig, another 5-inch fish. Well, I fished all my spots coming around the other half of the lake, and I just got that one other 5-inch fish to show for it. I'm going to end it down here at the dock, fishing for about 10 minutes with the weightless Texas rigged worm, and hope for the best. Interesting day. I feel it was a bit of a cheat, maybe even with the thumbnail and the title, a bit of a clickbait issue, but I did want to start today with the wacky worm just to get a feel for casting, because I know the baits that's going to be thrown would be lighter than that. So maybe we'll just discount those 2 fish. So we could pick up 3 on the Texas weightless rig today. Chatterbait, Beetlespin, the little crankbait, the little minnow. Not even a bite on any of those. All they did was collect weeds. So much for no wacky rig. Next time we'll be back into fishing that. So until that next video, thanks for watching. We will see you then.